So I guess this is everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for attending this critical meeting. Our firm is facing a financial crisis and we need to decide how to move forward to keep the company afloat. Today, we'll discuss retrenchment as one possible solution and explore alternatives. Let's stay focused and respectful throughout the discussion. Ms. Lumbres, please walk us through the agenda.
Thank you, Gia. Here are today's agenda. Ms. Medina will present the financial overview. We will discuss the retrenchment proposal and its implication. We will explore possible alternative to minimize layoff. And finally, we will agree on action plan. Ms. Medina, could you start the financial overview?
Thank you, Ms. Francine. The number speaks for themselves. Revenue has dropped by 30% over the last two quarters. If this continues, we project a 5 million deficit by Q1 2025. Salary make up 60% of our expenses. So, retrenching 20% of employee would save 4 million annually. This is the most logical and immediate solution.
Ms. Medina, I reviewed the data, and I disagree. Operational inefficiencies could save millions without layoffs. For example, we could optimize processes and reduce non-essential expenditures.
Miss Bernadette, I respect your input, but my analysis shows those measures aren't enough to address the urgency of our financial situation.
Thank you, Ms. Medina and Ms. Bernadette. Let's now discuss the retrenchment proposal. Ms. Lumbres, please lead.
We are considering retrenching approximately 20% of the workforce, about 50 employees, to reduce costs. The criteria include employee performance, tenure, and departmental needs. Ms. Arabella, could you provide insight on the legal considerations?
Retrenchment is legally permissible under the labor code, but we must follow strict guidelines to avoid lawsuits. That said, I find it concerning that this was not planned earlier. The delay in addressing this issue has made the situation worse.
Ms. Arabella, I understand your frustration, but we have been focusing on supporting employees during this challenging time. Our priority now is to ensure the process is fair and transparent. Severance packages and counseling services are already being prepared.
Thank you, Mr. Julius and Ms. Arabella. Let's shift our focus to exploring alternatives. Before we finalize any decisions, let's discuss other cost-saving measures. Ms. Melajoy, could you start?
We could renegotiate contracts with vendors and reduce marketing expenditures for the next quarter. However, we must ensure that this doesn't affect our client acquisition efforts.
Another option is to implement a 4-day workweek temporarily. This could lower operational costs while retaining staff.
As I mentioned earlier, streamlining operations can yield significant savings. For example, automating manual tasks and reassigning roles could make departments more efficient.
While these ideas are valid, they won't address the immediate financial gap. Retrenchment is the only solution that will provide immediate savings.
We'll need to analyze these options further. Julius, could you summarize them for the team and provide a comparison with the retrenchment plan?
Of course, Ms. Bia, I'll report a detailed report and share it before our next meeting.
To wrap up, here's our action plan. Ms. Medina will finalize the financial analysis. Mr. Julius will prepare the retrenchment plan and evaluate alternatives. Ms. Arabella will ensure compliance with labor laws. And lastly, we will reconvene on December 15 to make a final decision. Thank you all for your contributions.
Thank you, everyone. I know these are difficult decisions, but I trust we'll find the best solution for the company and our employees. Let's stay focused on fairness and transparency as we move forward. Meeting adjourned.